You ready?
Hello. I like that one in the corner. That one looks nice.
Ready? Hi. You pick them up so both sides. You can't let them jump out. 1.
I'm scared.
2. Hello. Okay.
Scared. Can I get the last one? I'll get the last one.
3.
Where's the... Oh, it is open.
4. 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, you.
Where did I go?
Oh, yeah? That one just fell asleep too. Curled up with the other one.
Now I'm awake. Now I'm awake.
Get the
What's
Rex's
that?
eyes in.
I don't want to get it in his eyes, but do you like the laser?
That red light does nothing for the video, that's for sure.
Here we go. We got a wanderer. Now they're starting to warm up.
Yeah. Pretty glad to be out of that box.
No, it's not even on the ground. He's just fully in there.
My goodness.
Yeah, they're starting to get quieter now. They're starting to quiet down.
So, I'm out here trying to get ready for my husband to till the garden tomorrow. And I remember those carrots that I showed you that were starting to grow out of the ground. Well, I wanted to move them over here so they could keep growing and they wouldn't be in the way of the tilling. But when I pulled them out of the ground, you want to see what they looked like? Holy, look at that. Yeah, they're starting to rot a little on the top. Probably because they were in the ground for a whole season and got frozen. But look at those monsters. I'm not going to eat these, but they have green on the top, and that's where they will grow a flower, which the flower will grow seeds. But these things are so huge, I had to show you. Sorry about the wind. You can probably hear it in the background, but I'm going to get them in the ground. I got another set. Actually, I'll just bring you over. We'll see what they look like. Dug up. Here's a little guy. I got to get that. This one's little. Dig it up. All right, let's see what they look like. Don't want to disturb the roots because I want to replant these. Oh, there's more under there. Wow. Look at that. Nice. Growing tops. Yeah, here, this one's cut. I cut it. Feel it. I think I sliced it with a shovel, but oh wow. No, I think that's it. I think that's it. So that's pretty cool. We'll come back over and I'll plant these quick. And then we'll see if we get seeds this summer. So I'm just going to plant the carrots that have green on the top. Like this guy, obviously, I don't know how I missed him, but maybe he just kept growing after I picked all the carrots. This one, this one. All right, so anything with green on it, I want to keep keep it right in line to where it was. This is gonna be tough because they're not all the same. This is about the only long ones I have. I just want to get them out of the way so my husband can just come through and till. Just at the edge. Probably going to be mad because I exposed the roots. But we'll try to get it right up to where they were buried to before. Grass out here. This monster in here. Get these planted up quick. There we go, we're all planted. Just plant this row right here. I'm gonna let them grow, they'll flower, and throw me some seeds. So my little asparagus is doing good. Now I thought that I got a fungus in my asparagus, as you can see that when I cut it off, that guy. It was all wilty, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I get a fungus? But then I read some people were, they lost some of their asparagus due to the frost, which made way more sense. And if you see, this guy is coming up pretty well. So, and it's looking good so far. So I'm gonna attribute it to frost. Dun dun dun, problem solved. I got a whole bunch coming all over the place here. I don't know if you can really see it. There's one here. They're all over the place shooting up, so I'm really excited. I really thought I was gonna give up on the asparagus, but didn't have to. And the onions are looking good. They're still kind of small, but that's what happens when you grow from seed. And I don't know if you can see it from here. The base of the chicken coop. Getting really excited. Show you all the chickens here soon. Woo woo. Oh, and one more thing. I'll give you an overview of what the garden looks like right now. It is April 30th. Still cold. I dug up the roots to the Brussels sprouts. They were huge, unfortunately. And this will all be tilled tomorrow, looking totally different. Very excited. Here we are, Tilled Garden 2021. Did a good job. I only had my husband run through it once at about 6 inches just because I'm trying to head towards a no-till garden, but it's a process and you just kind of slowly do it. But it's hard when everything's open like this. It's easier with raised beds because you can just turn the soil a little bit, aerate it, and do your thing. But walking around in this, you tend to compact it a lot. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna be able to go completely no-till, but maybe if he can just run through it once quick, like this, I'm happy. I got a little compost pile started in the corner, and we'll see. I'm so excited. Get stuff going today. So I am going to plant some onion sets just because I want to try something a little bit different with them. So here's an onion set. So it's a first year bulb. So actually the little guys, if you can see any of these here, these will grow the first year. Then if they overwinter, they make a set like this. So if you can see on the bottom, this is where the root comes out. So you always plant it with this little top thing sticking out. So I'm definitely gonna try something different. I only got 25 reds and 25 white. They didn't have yellow because I want to try something different. So you just plant them just enough so the little tops stick out. So this shouldn't take long. Because the onions, they need to grow out in a big ball. Very windy out. Again, sun was shining this morning, but not now. So we'll just pop all these in. Like I said, I just want to try something different with these sets. No, it's not the greatest. Shouldn't really plant sets, I guess. But so I'm going to try both because I want to see. Because these sets will tend to produce a flower, and that's what you don't want, because if it produces the flower, it takes all the energy out of the root system and in the onion that's trying to grow this flower, which is trying to grow seeds. So I had read somewhere that if you get to about 8 inches or so and then start cutting the leaves off, and then it'll force it to grow another leaf. And if you see a flower coming, cut it off. So I'm going to try it. Why not? Then at least I can. One year I did really well with the onions, so we'll give it a try. Alright, so let me run through these quick and I will pop all these in the ground and show you what I got when I'm done. There we go, reds and whites. It didn't take long to pop them in. You see how they are just sticking out of the ground. So then you just watch them, and as they get bigger, you kind of, I'll show you along the way, get the dirt from the outside so the bulb can grow out. Alright, so now on to the potatoes and the sugar snap peas. Okay, here's my potato section. I dug it all up. I got the holes about 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches is pretty good. When I do that, I don't really have to do much. I don't have to hill them, I don't have to do anything. If I kind of see a potato pop out of the ground, I just cover it up with a little dirt. But I ended up with so many potatoes last year, and I didn't end up eating them before they went bad, so I decided to cut back on the potatoes. We'll do more for some other things in other sections. I did section this off here. As you can see, the stakes over here. I'm going to try to make a chicken run inside the garden so that the girls have a safe place to walk around, not in the garden yet, but safe from predators overhead. So I have Pontiac Reds and Cascade White. So we're just going to plop them in. And I I really don't think it matters where I put them because they are just, they're just potatoes. They're just gonna go. I have 60. I like the whites better. So maybe I'll skimp on this red here. There. Do the big pieces. Big one. Oop, get in there. And these two I'll just pop in here. 15. I know it's not even. Whatever. It's a nice little square for me. So I'm just going to come through, cover them up, and call it a potato spot. I'm a little late with the potatoes, but it's been so cold here, so I don't really feel bad about being so late. Fill them in. Bugs are getting bad. You know, it's almost Mother's Day when the bugs are out. Ugh. I hope the chickens like their section. Plus, I feel like I want to plant stuff a little bit closer together. And I almost feel like I have too much room. I don't know if you can ever have too much room in the garden, but I think maybe I do. All right, I'm gonna go cover this up, show you what it looks like after. All right, so the potatoes are all done. They're covered up. Make it easy. Nice little potato section. So I got my cattle panel fence in. Looks like a trellis. So I'm gonna put the sugar snap peas along this side. And oh, bugs in my ear. Eek. All right. So I'm really just gonna take a stick, put it. Oop, that's a potato hole. I'm gonna go from one hole end here. I'll just get them nice and close to the fence so I can train them to go up. I put them in some water. Well, probably not long enough, but oh well. I threw them in before I started the potatoes, so I just threw them in some water. Usually can just let them sit here for a few hours and let them get all swelled up, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna put them in the row and let them go. Let's see if I can come to this side. Here. So these are the seeds that I harvested from my dried up peas for my plants last year, and I've done this. This is probably the 5th year I've been doing it, and the peas come back. I guess that's part of sustainability, is being able to harvest your own seeds and carry them on for the next year. So I consider these truly heirloom because they are true to the plant at this point. I'm just plopping them in, more the merrier. Sometimes some don't germinate, but most of my pea plants definitely germinate. So I'm just gonna plop them in, overplant, and let them go. Because the peas, it's such a short season. Because once it gets hot, they don't like it at all. I'm gonna use the other side of the fence for my loofahs. I'm gonna plant loofahs this year. So wicked overplant these. Should I just, I thought about putting some cucumbers along the inside since the peas don't last all season. The cucumbers would. Let me know in the comments if you think I should. Alright. So, they're really good. That's good. So I'm going to cover them up. I got some more seeds in here. I'm just going to use them. Peas for days. Why not? I'm going to throw them out, that's for sure. all of them. I'll cover them up. Come through, water everything. Okay. Cover it up. It's gonna be really pretty when these start growing up the fence. It's kind of my goal. I wanted to do a second one on the other side, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be too shady. I'll try this one this year, and if I think it'll do well, I'll put another one over. And then a little straggler over there. Peas are pretty easy. Throw them in, let them go. All right. So we'll water that up. And here's the chicken coop. The outside's done. Let's take a peek. Here's the door. The nesting boxes are gonna go there. Little window above. Their little door will be in the center. My husband likes it to be right, so everything's centered. Then I'll put a roost along this side. Since the door is big, I'll have one roost running this way. And then I'll have a roost running this way above the door. Since my son thinks they should be able to look out the window. Isn't that nice of him? So it looks pretty good. We'll come to the side here, take a peek. I like it. What do you think? Oh, and we got a second apple tree. Got a Granny Smith. Well, it's kind of like a Granny Smith. It's a tart one. And that's my Red Delicious. Okay, so I got the rest of my seeds put in. It is officially 4 weeks until planting time. Can't wait. So excited. This is the last of everything I need to plant. So I have these little stickers on here. So I have basil, okra, zucchini, yellow squash, butter crunch lettuce. I overplanted on all my leafy greens so our girls can have something fun to eat. Watermelon, loofahs. Can't wait to start the loofahs, see what they look like. Iceberg lettuce. Cornucopia gourd mix. Super red romaine lettuce. Red romaine lettuce. Again, I overplanted so the chickens can have some little extra snacks. Spinach. This one's spinach too. The seeds are really big. I guess I didn't realize that. This is my first time planting spinach. So I did some more basil, Swiss chard, and this one's Swiss chard too. So that's the last of the indoor planting. And everything that's left will be a direct sow. Like, what do we got? Carrots. I got peanuts. Peanuts? I'm going to try to grow peanuts this year. Doubt it'll do anything, but we'll give it a try. We don't have a really long growing season, so I have trouble with some stuff that has to be in the ground for a long period of time. So, that's it. That's the last of it. So, I kind of pushed everything together, got my tomatoes, my peppers, what's that, cumin. Look at that, one little celery came up. Celery is really hard to start from seed. So, and I got my cabbage, my Brussels sprouts, my cauliflower, kohlrabi, I got a couple different cabbages, some parsley, rosemary, chives, I can't remember, summer savory, thyme, Russian tarragon, and got pumpkins and stuff here. So I'm super excited. Oh, that one over there, the little guy, chamomile. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. It really came up nice though. Right there, chamomile, cool. All right, so, oh, let's go check on the chickens. You ready? They're so tired. They went on a field trip today in the backyard and they were outside for a long time. They had so much fun. I'm super excited to see the coop finish and to get everything ready for them and for you to see how pretty they are. Oops, sorry, pretty girl. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Thank you for growing with me so I can grow with you.